Hello everybody, it's Brian for GadgetUnit.com, and it's time for episode 68 of my question and answer series. So starting with the bottom with Alvis Wu, do you know when iOS 7.1.2 will be out for these devices? I don't really know, but if I had to guess, it would probably be in September when iOS 8 is released, since some of the older devices that aren't getting iOS 8 might need some security fixes, so we'll probably see this then. I don't think we'll see it earlier though, so that's just what I think. For Mize I-10 table, what you need to get into Breaking Bad, and then sort of to just a commenter's point, TV is not that important. There are plenty of other things that could be done instead. I usually watch how I use the word need, because need is very sort of subjective. Do you really need to watch Breaking Bad? Not really. I probably would have said you should get into it, sort of as a suggestion rather than something that you absolutely have to do. Anyway, not that big of a deal though. For that particular show, I don't know, I just don't really watch television too much. I watch some comedy shows, live sporting events, maybe some auctions and things, car auctions rather, car shows and whatnot. So I just don't really watch sort of action type shows on TV anymore. From Just a Commenter 232, I need your honest opinion. I'm looking between a Moto G and a 630. I would read all of this, but there's quite a bit here. If the front-facing camera is more important to you, then I would recommend the Moto G. Stock Android on that device, or at least if it's comparable to the Moto X that I'm using right now, which I'm pretty sure it is, it's really not that bad of an experience. I'm really enjoying my Moto X, and it runs stock Android with just a few Motorola modifications on top of that, and I really do like it. And of course, that's coming from somebody who has used iOS primarily for a long time. Windows Phone isn't that bad as well, but for me personally, I don't think I could choose it over the other two platforms because of the app selection. For me, Android is just much better than Windows Phone in terms of that. If software is more important to you, then I would recommend the Lumia 630. It's sort of unfortunate that it doesn't have a front-facing camera though, since it seems like if it had that, it would be the better phone for you for sure. But you just have to figure out which one of these things are more important to you and then go with it. I think you would be happy with the Moto G, to be honest. Android is really not that bad on the phone, as I mentioned a few times already. But again, if you are more towards the software side of things, then the Windows Phone Nokia Lumia 630 might be better for you. From Mark Jeff 232 or 222, are you using Mac OS X Yosemite as your main OS on your Mac, or set another partition, install it, and use it? I completely ditched Mavericks on my MacBook Air for Yosemite, as you can see here, so that's pretty much what I did. From the Colonel Angel, any advice for a Nexus 5 cracked screen? I read online that it is really difficult to change the screen, so I don't know if I should just buy a new phone. Your thoughts? I would check eBay to see how much used phones with cracked screens are going for. I imagine they should be worth a fair amount of money still. So if you could sell that and then buy a new one, that'll sort of offset the cost of having to get a new one. Or you could send it to some company to see if they can repair it. Or you could try and do it yourself. I mean, it's already damaged, so I don't think it could really damage anything else. So, you know, those are basically my thoughts on that. Lastly, from Just a Commenter 232, can you do a review of the Augment case for the iPhone 5 and 5S? I had never heard of that, so I will definitely look into this after I finish this video, which is right now. So that's it with episode 98 of my question and answer series. Tune in next week for 99. And that's it. So if you have anything that you would like me to try and talk about, leave those down below in the comments area. But that's it with the video. So thanks a lot for watching, and I'll talk to you all very soon.